can't be fucked with, no. Oh, you can't touch this, hey. Bitch, I do free shit, so my money thick, hey. Walk with a...
Welcome back to yet another hair video. I haven't done a hair tutorial in so long, so we are just going to jump right into this video. And I had some coffee this morning, also bear with me. Right now I am just going to be going over my parts and just seeing if they're neat, and then I am going to go ahead, section my hair off, and we are going to go ahead and start on the first braid. My hair was a bit tangled, so I did have to go in and, you know, just gently go ahead and pull it apart so I can go and make my parts and start on my braids. So today for braiding hair, I just went ahead and got some old braiding hair out of the hair bag that I had in my closet, because I was not trying to go ahead. I mean, it's no problem buying the braiding hair, but I'm like, I'm not about to go and buy more braiding hair, and I have some in the closet, so we're gonna work with what we have basically. So after making my part, I am going to go ahead and start ripping apart the braiding hair that I am going to be using. When I do these, I try to be as affordable as possible, so you can do this style, achieve this style with some old braiding hair that you have just laid away in the closet. After I had pulled all the hair apart, I am going to go ahead and take as much pieces as I need to make this thick, because I do want my braids to be thick. I am not a pro at this, you guys, but I feel as if I had done my braids enough times to know that you need your braids to be thick, and I have been on the side of my braids being thin once it got to where it was just the braiding part. I just meant the braiding hair. Okay, so we are now going to finally start on our first braid. Obviously, I did some of my braids off camera, so this is going to be my first braid that I'm doing on camera to show you guys. So with the style that I have, most of the hair is like, you know, going to be in the back, and it's going to be box braids, and then a lot of the hair in the hair in the front is going to be braided in like a feedback style basically. And so right now you guys are just going to be seeing me attach that braiding hair onto my natural hair. And if you guys want a more in-depth tutorial on how to do this, please don't ask me. I'm kidding. You can ask me, and I will go ahead and make an in-depth video for you guys on how to attach braiding hair basically to your natural hair and make a box braiding video. Now, again, I am not an expert. And just another tip, you guys, my hair is like two-tone. The top of it is like dark brown, and then it goes into like this blondish, like faded friggin' ombre color. I don't know, but I don't go ahead and do all that dyeing of my hair. I don't judge nobody who do it, because blending is blending, and I don't go ahead and do all that tucking. I just go ahead and braid. I don't really care about that stuff. I feel like it adds character to your braid. I feel like it's natural looking. I don't mind. I like it. So we are just going to go ahead and braid the hair all the way up until the end. And in order for us to keep the braid thick, we are going to go ahead and keep adding braiding hair. Continue to braid till the bottom. And for the next braid, I am just going to go ahead and go over those same steps. Again, I am going ahead and sectioning my hair off, and I tried my best to make sure my parts were straight, so yeah. But moving on, I am going to go ahead and collect my braiding hair that I am going to be using. And for the sake of our time, and so that this video is not too long, I am going to go ahead and speed this part up, and then just go ahead and repeat the steps. So I am turning around just so I can show you guys the back. I really wish I would have like moved closer or zoomed in a bit more so you guys can see, but that's why I said if you guys want me to make a more in-depth video going in depth of how I attach the braiding hair to my natural hair, definitely let me know in the comment section below, or I'll just like mess around and make a video for it. In order for you guys to go ahead and actually have a thick braid, every single time you feel like you're getting low on braiding hair, you have to go ahead and get that braiding hair and attach more. Make sure that your braids are thick. Learn from my old mistakes that I made without, having to add so much braiding hair and having very, very thin braids, like very thick at the top because of your natural hair and then thin because of the braiding hair. So just make sure you're very consistent with the thickness. And you guys are also going to be seeing me not braid the hair all the way to the end, only because I was going to leave it out and do the little curly look and then dip the hair in water and then seal it like that, so it could just be like curly like you'll see at the end. So just finishing up with the back, I am going to go ahead and start on the front of my hair. Now I already have my baby hairs out, the hair I am going to be using as my baby hair, and I am going to go ahead and take my fine teeth comb and just create my parts. Now I did get this mirror from Five Below. It was like $5.99 or something like that. I am going to link every single thing that I used in this video down in the description box below, and then you are just going to be seeing me after I part my hair. I'm going to go ahead and comb out the knots that's in my hair. I'm going to go ahead and take my African Pride moisturizer for my scalp, apply that, and then go on to braid the hair. And I do have a picture of the hairstyle, so I'm making sure I am doing it correctly and to the T. I'm gonna go ahead and speed up this part only because it took forever, and it is literally only because I had a hard time trying to keep my baby hairs out the way and not get into my braid. And the step for braiding my feed-in braids is literally going to just be the same. I am taking my braid-in hair, and because I do have a lot of pieces of the spring twist, which I am going to be using as well with the mixture of the regular Kika line braid-in hair, I am going to go ahead and cut that in half and make sure I have enough pieces for my braid. And because this is spring twist hair, I love the texture, so I am going to go ahead and just leave out some just to get that like wavy curly effect, distress, whatever they call it. Now, in order for me to go ahead and keep braiding the hair and keep the little piece out, I am going to go ahead and hold it by my mouth just so it don't get tangled up when I am trying to finish this braid off. Literally after forever, we are finally at, well, I won't say the end because we're not braiding it all the way to the end, but we are finally finished with the first feed-in braid, and we are now going to move on to the next one. Now, just jumping right back into it, I did have to study up and do it off of camera because I had a lot of errors. And I will not lie, this style definitely did test me. I was up all night, I was tired, so recording was not an option. But I did decide to come back on camera just so I can go ahead and show you guys me finishing up the top. And as I stated before, the process is literally the same. I am parting my hair. I'm going ahead combing out all my knots that I have. I am starting my braid without the braid in here and then gradually adding it. And once I run out of braid in here, I am going to go ahead, grab some more and fill that braid in so I can have a fuller braid. 1,000 million hours, I'm finally done braiding my hair. And I do already have the water in the pot boiling, so I can go ahead and seal these braids up. But this is just an up close of the hair. I did not do my edges yet, so I'm going to go ahead, dip my hair into the water, seal it up, and then get my mousse and then start on my edges. Going on to do my soft dramatic edges, and I'm going to first flat iron them with my Remington flat iron, and then I'm going to go ahead and use an O2 brush and then just swoop my edges. I was about to say bangs.